Now we have all the packages that we need to learn Entity Framework Core. Once we have the packages for Entity Framework Core as well as SQL Server, in any of the application we need a connection string. We need to tell the application where the actual database resides so that it can connect with it and we can use our Entity Framework Core powers. For that, in a .NET Core application, we define the connection string inside appsettings.json. Here you have few of the settings that are already there for logging and allowed host. It's allowing all of them right now. In here, we will add another section for connection string. In order to do that, we will make a comma here, and within the double quotation, we will say connection strings. Now inside this section, within curly brackets, we will add another default connection. I'll make sure the spelling is aligned here. There we go. And here in the bracket, we will define the connection string. First thing we have to define is the server name. How do we get the server name now? For that, we will go to SQL Server Management Studio. In here, we'll hit the connect button. And when you hit the connect button, here I have the default server name that is available. I will copy this, and then before I go ahead and start using this, I'll try to connect to make sure that I'm connecting there and I have a list of databases. I also have another server name. It's the basic, which is just a dot. If you connect, you see you have another server. So make sure you connect to the correct server and only there you'll be able to see the database. I'll remove the later one and we have the local DB, MS SQL local DB. I copied that name before, so we'll go back to our application. Here we'll paste the server name. You can see here it is double backward slash, and then let me hide this. Next thing we want is the name of the database. Now that database has not been created yet, and we will be creating that in the future. So we can give it whatever name we want. So we'll say database is equal to, let me call this Wizlib. Once you add a new database name here, you can set other properties that you want. I am going to set the trusted connection to be true. Make sure the spellings are correct here because if you make a mistake, this is a magic string. And with that, you do not have any IntelliSense or any way of telling when you mistype something. Last thing I will have here is multiple active result sets to be true. Great, make sure it's multiple active result sets with a plural S there. And this looks good for our default connection. So our connection string is in place. This does not mean our database has been created or even our application is able to connect to the database or SQL Server. It's just a static parameter that we have added inside our appsettings.json file. In order to connect our application with the database, we need to add a DB context. Let's take a look at the DB context in the next video.